P.Datar Memorial Lecture, I spoke on the basic structure. And I was surprised to see so many people. You mentioned about the old cloth. They said, look, Constitution is 75 years old. Is it not time to relook at it? Is it not a time to relook at the basic structure? And I ask the simple question, and I've asked this question in so many seminars and debates. From 1950, we have this Constitution. The basic structure came in 73 because you wanted to destroy the Constitution. And to the credit of the Supreme Court, it was saved by 7 judges out of 13. And I at least hope in my lifetime, we don't have a situation where a bench of 15 is constituted and 8 people reverse it and we go back to the place. It's very simple. You just require 8 people to tilt the balance and go back to old days. But these 7 people save the basic structure. And when I attend so many seminars, the standard thing is must have a relook. Companies Act has become old, relook. Income taxes have direct taxes scored. You keep on having these things, but ultimately at the ground, nothing really changes. Now, coming to this Colonial Constitution, what I wanted to mention, because we're going to have a panel discussion also, I just wanted to mention that not one person has told me so far which provision of our Constitution is an impediment either to economic progress or to social progress. Nobody is able to tell me so far. In fact, we had the right to property that was taken away. And as we'll discuss later, preventive detention he mentions in the Constitution, very unique. This is the only Constitution which has preventive detention as a part of the Constitution itself. And there's a lovely passage, part of fundamental rights. And if you read the A.K. Gopalan's judgment of Patanjali Shastri, I knew the passage by heart, but I forgot it now. Patanjali Shastri, they say, how can you have preventive detention in a chapter on fundamental rights? It is a paradox. It's a contradiction in terms. But Justice Patanjali Shastri puts it beautifully. He says, this sinister provision, so out of place in our noble Constitution, is doubtless necessary to meet the problems of the day. Because at that time, my grandfather told me there was so much of communist movement, labor unrest, partition problems, caste problems, and so on and so forth, that this Constitution was necessary.